Let's see. Hi, everyone. This is Steve from the Chattanooga Weather Desk. It's great to have you along on this Good Friday at 11:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're talking. Well, I'm talking about a very beautiful day that was today. That turned into be a very ugly day as well. Question is, will there be any more severe weather for the rest of the night? And how will our Easter weekend shape up? All that is next, right here on the Chattanooga Weather Desk. And of course, this is Steve once again from the Chattanooga Weather Desk. It's lovely to have you on this Good Friday. Once again, we had a beautiful day today. Highs today were in the 70s. We saw a little bit of windy weather out there as well. And we also had some thunderstorms that popped up later on this evening. Now, the good news is it's not as bad as radar was projecting it to be. Thankfully, down here in Hamilton County, we only got some gusty winds and a little bit of rain. Nothing too serious for today, but just a share wriminder of what tornado season is really all about. There are going to be times that you will, no matter what location or where you're from, you could still see some severe weather off and on throughout much of the season. But let's go ahead and talk about tonight, and let's go over a recap of today. Now, today's high, 75 here in Chattanooga, so that wasn't bad at all. I think some areas around the Chattanooga area, some locations got up to 81 degrees, so we saw plenty of sunshine, and it was more of a summer-like day than anything. But once again, just a very nice, weather pattern indeed. And yes, I was very glad to see all that come into play. So saw some sunshine today. We had a high of about 81 degrees. 75 was the lunch high, and then of course it got up to 81 degrees before it really kind of stopped there. But we're going to get started on your latest forecast and show you what's going on now. As you can see, here's the latest Mesoscale Discussions. This actually tells whether we're expecting a couple of severe watches or not. And as you can see here, there is one, and this is by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. And this just coming in from those guys there. There is a mesoscale discussion about a severe thunderstorm watch that will weaken the possibility for the next watch, which means that if you're within east and south of that watch issuance, you're not going to see another watch because the tornado and severe the tornado and severe thunderstorm threat has weakened, and therefore not expecting to see much of any more severe weather. Now, here's the latest watches that are currently in effect right now. And this is if you're in Walker, Dade, and Chattooga County, you're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. So I would say they'll probably cancel that out very shortly. But again, if you're in Walker, Dade, Catoosa counties, severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. And that is for damaging winds only, no tornado threat. So that's the good news. The tornado threat is gone, and I'll explain why here in a few minutes. Let's go take a look at today's storm reports. And, well, I'm not really sure if we can call it storm reports or not, but, you know, this is going into today's storm reports. The good news is no tornado reports. We had a lot of hail reports, a lot of high wind reports on the National Weather Service. However, there was no tornado. So that is good news. I don't see any possible tornado, nor do I see any tornadoes mentioned within the discussion. So that's awesome stuff. And well, actually, down here we have a possible tornado. That was in DeKalb County, Alabama, where a damage to a home and garage in the Carter area outside of Ider, and that was along Highway 75. Possible tornado there. Also near Cartersville and Ider, the same report with a possible tornado. So two possible tornado reports there coming in from the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center. But the good news is, even though we've seen a lot of severe weather today, we're not going to see any more tonight. And I hope that's some very good news for you as we go into the rest of the overnight hours. Now, here's what's going on with the latest radar picture. This is a GR2 analyst. This is GR2.1 analyst. You can see we're highly clear across much of East Tennessee, not just Chattanooga, but East Tennessee altogether. You'll see that the cold front stretches anywhere through Pickett County all the way down to Mississippi, and that front is continuing to push its way southeast, and therefore what that will do is that will drench out any instability or any chances of seeing any further development of showers and thunderstorms. As a matter of fact, most of all areas across Middle and West Tennessee already reporting just overcast skies with dry conditions. So really not a lot going on right now. And as I zoom on into East Tennessee, you'll see that the leftover rains and the thunderstorms have moved on now. Not too much of a really bad day today. I'm so glad for that. Very thankful, as there does appear to be some showers, a few thunderstorms, kind of moving through the Cherokee and Clay County area. Now, most of that moving through Hamilton County there, Hamilton Place Mall on east. All that is just really some either light rain or heavy mist is what's indicated there. So that's the good news. The severe weather threat has moved on out. Most of the heavier precipitation, as we can expect, has moved on down into parts of far northwest Georgia, and moving off to the southeast. And so that is completely good news for the overnight hours. That means we're not expecting to have anything else wake us up, and that's good news. Okay, now as we look at lows tonight and highs for tomorrow, we want to go ahead and kind of go into some details on for the Easter weekend, right? Easter weekend is coming up. I think my wife in the back room there, she'd love to hear about the Easter weekend and what's in store, and I'm sure you would too. So let me go ahead and give you a little update of what is expected here. Now, as far as today, we did see highs in the 70s and lower 80s. That was really nice weather. We've seen a lot of cloud. We've seen some pretty good high clouds as well start building, and then those showers and thunderstorms kind of developed around West Tennessee, parts of Middle Tennessee around 2 p.m., and then moved on through the rest of Tennessee through the evening hours. And now you're seeing what's left over. The front, really just some scattered showers. Now, what's going to happen with all this is we're going to get a little bit cooler over the weekend because we have a cold front moving through right now. That means we'll get a little bit cooler, so we're not expecting to see any type of severe weather over Easter. It looks like Easter afternoon will be somewhere in the mid to upper 60s with plenty of sunshine on Easter Sunday. So that's a good plus according to the latest weather models here. Now, as we go into Sunday, highs once again will be into the lowers, probably upper 50s, low 60s along a very large area, if I could get that out, along a very large area from the northeastern states down and through the Tennessee Valley. It looks like temperatures will pretty well be closer to 70 or in the lower 70s over Memphis. But however, 60 to 65 anywhere from Chattanooga on a little bit toward Knoxville. So real nice weather to enjoy. Wow, I can't believe Easter is going to be that incredible. Temperature is going to be in the 60s, upper 60s, lower to mid 70s for the afternoon. That is going to feel so comfortable for Easter. Monday, we cloud up again. And yes, there is another system that's going to come through, but I don't expect to see anything severe. Just some showers, a couple of thunderstorms possible during the afternoon. We'll have to watch that closely. Looks like as we go into Monday night, we'll see a few showers and thunderstorms as well, with highs in the upper 60s on Monday. Tuesday, we'll start seeing the system kind of fledge out a little bit before the next storm system comes in midweek. We'll start seeing highs rebound back in the 60s and of course upper 70s across a large part of the southeast. And again, with the chances of moisture increasing again throughout much of next week. Next week, we could be looking at a more active scenario for severe weather and flooding, if you will. So I hope you get an enjoyment out of this Easter weekend, even before we go into next week. So at least you can look forward to an awesome weekend, right? Here's Wednesday's outlook. We'll see highs once again 70 to 75. Can you believe near Atlanta could almost see 80 degrees? Yeah, it's going to be real nice, but really warm for next week. And of course, as we go into Thursday, highs looks like to be near 80 degrees in Dalton. And then, of course, closer to Chattanooga, highs look to be around 79 degrees on Thursday and Friday. Now, even though the models aren't showing it right offhand, but Thursday and Friday will be our next best shot for some severe weather. We'll keep a good eye on that, as there appears to be a bit more wind shear, a bit more instability, and there's also the potential for some very heavy rainfall. Some of the models are indicating Chattanooga could see as much as up to 8 inches of rain in some locations. That's a lot of rain going into next week. We'll keep an eye on that and see what goes on there as we get some showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast throughout next week. I think that's a total deficit of rainfall is what I'm really looking at there. Highs will be in the mid to upper 70s and lower 80s for through the next weekend. So even though this Easter Sunday we'll see temperatures in the 60s and low 70s with plenty of sunshine, it looks like by next weekend, another yet stormy setup existing across the Tennessee Valley and much of the southern Appalachians. Let's take a look at nighttime lows. Once again, nighttime lows will be well into the mid to upper 50s, and well, for Saturday, it looks like temperatures will be well into the lower to mid 40s for overnight lows. And then as we go into Sunday, we'll start dropping those temperatures closer to 40 degrees on Sunday night. That means you'll have to bundle up for Sunday night. Make sure you turn that heater up inside your house. It's going to be a little bit cold over the mountains. Temperatures now will be in the mid 30s, 30 to 35 degrees. So it's possible that a freeze is, I would say a freeze is looking more likely anywhere from the mountains to parts of East Tennessee during the nighttime hours. We'll have to watch that closely and make sure and see how that develops. But conditions are showing potential for freezing conditions. Now, as we work our way into Monday, you'll notice that the cold temperatures, the freezing temperatures are nearly not even, are hardly even noticeable. Temperatures during the nighttime will be pretty well in the mid to upper 50s, and looks like some 40s as well there. So that's good news. Okay, now the next important thing is our severe weather. And with that in mind, I want to go ahead and go to the NAM and kind of give you an update of what is expected over the next 24-hour period. Because everybody wants to know is if things are going to be quiet. We're expected to see any more active weather. And I can tell you from a bird's eye view here, the answer to that is no. It's like some scattered showers, a couple of severe weather scenarios setting up over extreme southeast mid-Atlantic. I'm not expecting to see anything, like I said, this weekend here at all. Now, we have another system increasing for the early next week, and it looks like to bring a few spotty thunderstorms, severe weather over Texas and Oklahoma, while yet a stationary boundary is trying to set up here and bring a few showers, possibly some storms there. But once again, most of the active weather is going to stay well to the west by early next week. But as we work our way in through later next week, that's when we'll start seeing active weather once again increase for here. So if nothing else, it does look like it's going to be a great weekend. Hope you get out there and enjoy it, and get some sunshine and enjoy that. Temperatures in the 60s for this weekend, so not looking too bad at all. Anyway, I want to go and show you tonight forecast. We'll see overcast skies tonight. There is a slight chance of a shower. Lows tonight for the southeastern parts of Tennessee and northwest Georgia will be well into the mid to upper 50s. Temperatures are going to cool down quite a bit. 67 now. See temperatures drop to 50s during the overnight. Now for tomorrow, more sunshine. Well, actually, I don't want to say more sunshine. I'll say the sunshine comes back out. Highs for tomorrow back into the upper 60s, and once again mid 60s elsewhere, with lower 60s as we go into Sunday. Now, why the cooler temperatures on Sunday? Well, that's because we just had a front come through, and what that does is it's a difference in pressure. If the pressure is at level, temperatures are going to stay exactly where they are, where they would be now. But once that pressure kind of drops a bit, or actually kind of rises a bit, those cool northwesterly winds continue to kick in. All that will do is drop those temperatures, and that's what we're going to be dealing with for Sunday. So it's going to be a bit cooler, as high pressure is going to be well into control once again for Easter Sunday. So it's like my wife said, Easter Sunday, it's always the winner for the Northmore Corps up here. So, and for those of you that's going to the sunrise service, it's going to be a beautiful sunrise, a little bit misty, a little bit cool. So if I were you, I would at least wear something like a sweater while headed up to the mountain there. But other than that, a beautiful, beautiful forecast to enjoy. Once again, here's a look at the radar. There are some showers, a couple of thunder boomers kind of lining up anywhere across parts of Alabama, and then moving through Georgia. These showers and thunderstorms are nowhere near severe anymore, so that's good news. The tornado warnings are canceled. The severe thunderstorm warnings are canceled. However, I wouldn't doubt to see a few strong thunderstorms pop up along this line, as the instability along the front is still kind of meager. But once again, you might want to just kind of keep your eye out, and let's make sure that everyone has a safe night. So that's a look at the latest weather for now. Let me get back to my screen share here if I can. Let's look at the latest weather for now. Looks like things are going to be